Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? You know what they gonna say? We're gonna talk about it a lot. A lot of people are not apologizing. They're saying that no, this is not what I said. I didn't say Jalen Hurts couldn't do it, even though you did. What they're saying is, no, this is what we expected. This is what we know, and yada yada yada. No, that's two different things. One, y'all lying. Two, we don't care. The Philadelphia Eagles put belt to ass, boot to ass against the Washington Commanders. And Commander fans, I know y'all was in my comments before, but I don't think y'all gonna be in these ones. We told y'all. Me specifically, yo, you got a good quarterback. Ain't nobody denying that. But it's a team game. And our quarterback outplayed yours. Bottom line, I don't give a damn what you say, how you shake it. And you're going to say, oh, he's only a rookie. All right, let's talk about it. Yo, there. Yo, that man, you know who it is. You know what it is. Your boy, Fully Fresh, aka the General Head Report for Duty. Listen, we ain't gonna go into all the graphics and all that. Just make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, share it, all that, man. All that. Fresh Fact Today is listen. When you are wrong or you do something or say something that's not right, you apologize. You apologize. Because you know what? It takes a bigger man to actually come out there and say, you know what? I was wrong. What I said or what I did was not right. But what I can do, I can't change the past. But what I can do is come up here and be like, yo, I was wrong. And I'm gonna look at things differently. No, that's what that's not what the national media is doing. That's not what some of the people that be on WIP are doing. And it's starting to get disgusting and ridiculous. Shout out to my quarterback. The one that I kept telling y'all only wins. That's all that matters. Just the wins. It don't matter how you do it. And it's so crazy. And people keep now all of a sudden, oh, the things that we've been saying. Shout out to all my concert creators. You know what I mean? LB, Eagle Owl, Philly Mike, Gate City, Simone with the sports, Tone Chalk It Up. Shout out to all of them. Philly 500, Joey Shakes. I mean, the list goes on and on because we've been telling y'all since the season took a turn to where as though we was on a win streak. And everybody was saying, you can't win like that. You can't do this. Jalen Hurts is not this and he's not that. It don't matter how you do it. Get the freaking job done. Now, it's okay. Hold on. Let me turn my head back so y'all can really see what I'm talking about. It's okay to go out there and say, yo, you know what? I need him to play better. I need him to throw the ball to the open wide receiver, yada, yada, yada. But when you go out there and you are Ryan Clark, Dan Orlovsky, who else? I mean, the list kind of is great. My man Big Play Slay was just on a live with him today. What's his name? Richard Sherman. When you go out there and say Jalen Hurts can't and will not, that's the problem that I have. That's the problem that I have. But then when he goes out there and does this, like, yeah, this is what we was talking about. No, it's not what you was talking about. It's not what you was talking about. That's why I love our Eagles fans because they understand and they know what's real. That's why I understand. That's why I love all of y'all who support, because we understand that our quarterback just wins. The only quarterback and a head coach duo that got more wins is the guys that we are facing in the Super Bowl. And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about the matchup. But today, we're gonna talk about this victory. So the Philadelphia Eagles come out, first play, Saquon Barkley, 62-yard touchdown. I mean, you couldn't draw it up any better, but you know who did it? Jalen Hurts. He the one that made the check. He the one that confused the defense. Saquon Barkley did the rest. Saquon Barkley definitely did the rest. That was a hell of a run. And shout out to him, man. Shout out to Zach Bond. It's crazy that Howie Roseman, in my shout out to Tone DeShields, in my humble opinion, Howie Roseman has made the best off-season acquisitions at offense and defense. When you talk about Saquon Barkley, all worldly, and then you talk about Zach Bond. I mean, both of these guys. First of all, Saquon Barkley is not going to win an MVP, which is really hogwash to me. Because to me, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen did not have a better season than him. And who's here today? Who's here today? So shout out to that. And then you got Zach Bond, who's in a runner for Defensive Player of the Year, but they're going to give it probably to Fred Warner, which I think that once again Zach Bond had a better year. But Howie, real fast before we go with this conversation, the prices keep going up. He keep making plays in the postseason. He keep forcing turnovers. He keep having tackles for loss. He keep doing. I mean, listen, and I know you probably don't want to have a distraction because you got a Super Bowl to win. But the first thing that you need to do after we host that Lombardi Trophy is say, Zach Bond, step into my office. Not because you're getting fired, because you are getting rehired. And sign that man. Sign that man. All right. The defense was phenomenal. The 18 play drive. I know it's stalled. It's stalled for the Commanders. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, dude, they scored 23 points. And we scored 55. And they had 4 turnovers. And a lot of people saying, oh, Jalen Daniels, he threw a pick. That was at the end of the game. It don't matter. Now, stop it. Look at my face. Stop it. Quinyon Mitchell with his second interception. Both of them in the postseason. Both of them at the end of the game. Basically, seal the deal. Shout out to him. Shout out to Big Play Slay, man. I don't know. I don't really like how he was talking on Richard Sherman. Nothing bad that he was saying, but it's saying like he only gonna play one more year. That's what he's saying. He's saying 13th year he done. But shout out to him, man. I thought that he rejuvenated himself this year, and he has been the guy. We talk about Quinyon Mitchell. To me, yes, Quinyon Mitchell is definitely the number one corner. But Darius Slay is right there. He went 1.5, 1.2, something like that. And he is the veteran, and he is the guy that Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean go to before and after games. Yo, what did I do wrong? Tell me how I can get better. I need him back on the roster next year. But we still playing. So we ain't talking about all season. I thought the fight from Ken Jurgens and also Landon Dickerson was major. It was major. And I understand it. I went live at halftime and I said, yo, if Landon can't go, man, like, you just going to have to pull yourself out. Or the coach is going to have to make a decision because it's going to hinder. And that was after the holding call, and it should have been a Jalen Hurts running touchdown. But I do appreciate and I understand the fight. And man, this offensive line is the best in the game, and they are proving it time in and time out. Saquon Barkley hasn't seen nothing like this, and we haven't seen nothing like this from we haven't seen nothing like Saquon Barkley, is what I'm saying. But Saquon Barkley hasn't seen an offensive line like this. Not at Penn State, not at the New York Giants. Lastly, but most importantly, my quarterback. My quarterback went 20 or 28, 200 and whatever yards. You know what? The stats don't even matter. He got the dub. 4 touchdowns, 1 throwing, 3 rushing. 4. Come on, man. It just because it's not how you want him to do it, it doesn't mean that it's not successful. And that's the problem with people. They think that if you don't do it how they want you to do it, it ain't the way it's supposed to go. Well, that's false. And Jalen Hurts is proving that. Like Nick Sirianni said. And shout out to Nick Sirianni going out there. And the first thing basically he says, how about my quarterback? Because he understands that he ain't been hearing it. And that's why Nick Sirianni, man, should be coach of the year. Because of the fact that all the bullcrap that we got to listen to. We have Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen in the division round have similar stats. Everybody was praising Josh Allen. But our quarterback, no, he needed to do more. Even though it was in the snow. And I know that game was in the snow too. But it was hailing. It was snowing. It was slippery. But they still wanted him to go up and beyond a win. But when Josh Allen does it, oh no, he's not turning the football over. It's so believable. Oh, let me coddle the baby. Oh my goodness. Ah. Stop it. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. We're going to the damn Super Bowl again. And I'm gonna be unbearable because I'm talking my ish all week long because we got 2 long weeks. 2 long weeks. Shout out to all of y'all, man. That's all I got for today. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in 7 years. For the 2nd time in 3 years. Doug Peterson was right when he said one thing. Even though he's not here anymore. This is the new norm. Just got to take down them Giants. But we Giants too, y'all. Yo, that!